ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. This is Prince Hakeem. I got my man
Ronnie Ron Mustang. What's going on, baby?
and you know what I mean. We got a special guest. You know what I mean, beyond special. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be a crime if Miami don't know who this dude is. You know what I'm saying? Especially a lot
Yeah,
of
it
you
is.
fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. This man, go ahead. Hakeem, go ahead.
I'm talking about. I don't know him. You just blessed me to know him. I'm talking about boss spitter, certified boss spitter. I don't know nobody else in the city who's doing it like this. Cash. If y'all don't,
Cash,
you know,
baby.
Cash.
What's
Hey,
good? What's
Cash,
good?
what's going on, Cash, man? Thank you for being on the show, man. It's an honor, it's a blessing for you to be here just by your presence, bro.
Nah, man, it's an honor for y'all to have me on y'all podcast, man. You know, as soon as you hit me up and he's like, yo, want to come to it up? I'm down with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great to hear.
And I appreciate that too, man. That just says, you know what I mean, the humbleness of who you, because I've watched certain videos you do where you spoke, man. You're very articulate and humble. So I was like, damn, it's great to speak to you. So, you know, here how we like to start here. I like to go from the beginning to present. So, where you originally from?
I was born in California.
Okay.
Really?
California. Yeah, man. My parents are originally from here. My family is originally from here.
Yeah.
But my parents went to the military, so I was a military brat. So I was born in California. From California, I went to North Dakota, and then after my parents got out the Air Force, then we moved back here to Miami. So I was raised here for most of my life, and I was raised in Atlanta also. So I have these different cultures, and I don't know what you want to call it, but all of these different things. That's like a mixture, but yeah. So that's as far as like my upbringing. As far as Miami goes, I was brought up in Liberty City. In my grandmother's house. My grandmother's house is right next to Charles Hadley Park. So
you
yeah,
talking
man.
about the 40s? You from the 40s?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's from my area. He's from the hood. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that you from
Yo,
out of
listen,
Paddle.
but let me tell you though, because a lot of people, because I don't really talk about it, but I am part of the original 40 Boys. I'm part of the original crew.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Saying, but like I don't know if y'all remember or know who Chopper was, but Chopper
I remember. I know Chopper. Chopper with the dreads.
Right.
Yeah.
So listen, all right, listen. So Chopper has an older brother named V-Hound. So I don't know if you know who his older brother is.
I know.
So,
I'm in the age group.
I look. So let me break this down to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a baby sister. That's our sister. Before she was born, me and Chopper and V-Hound, like those are my brothers.
Okay.
Right. But we don't have the same mom. But my dad was pretty much like their dad for the most part. But their mom, like I was always staying at the house when my dad was at work. So we pretty much grew up together, and then our baby sister was born, which is on my dad's side, but from their mother.
Yes.
So we pretty much, yeah. So Chopper is like my little brother. V-Hound was like my older brother. When we was going to I don't think it was Scott Lake. It was the other school that's in the 40s. But me and V-Hound went to the same elementary school. You know what I'm saying? Like around that time. So yeah, bro. Like, yeah, I'm from there. I try to tell that story every now and again, whenever I get the chance. I also lived in Carol City. I lived in Opelika. Pretty much lived a lot of places, man, in Dade County. You know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, I ended up moving south. You know what I'm saying? So I spent a lot of time down south. I did a lot of groundwork down south.
Yeah, because I heard you. I knew that because I heard you mention Ghostwriter in one of your interviews, and he's another dude who
he did a lot of him. Yeah,
I love.
Yeah, that's my brother. You know, listen, I was logging on in here. I was just on the phone with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was chopping it up. Yeah, man. So that's my bro. He's like extremely talented, man.
Oh my God, Beyond. I remember when he was signed to Po Boy when him and Beyonce got signed on there. So
yeah, listen, like if you want to talk about like who are, as far as their pen, as who has the sharpest pen in the city, period. Like
Mhm.
outside of myself, is like Ghost is one of them guys. Like ain't too many niggas that can fuck with his pen. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
Um,
So Cash,
uh,
what made you get into music though? Because your skill is such extraordinary. Listen to your music, especially me. I'm a good fan of yours. I was supposed to go
Keep
see a
your head
live
up on the
concert before
swivel,
this.
but the streets don't love you.
Exactly before this coronavirus happened, he had a big concert coming up. This
yeah,
coronavirus happened. It's like, man, missed a lot of
yeah.
things up. So what made you get into music? You know what I mean?
Um, I started writing music at like 8 years old. Because I'm an introvert. So music was, well, even before I started writing music, my dad and my mom had a huge record collection growing up. So at 3 years old, I was hearing around the house, I was hearing the LL Cool J, my radio album. I was hearing Eric B and Rakim paid in full. I was hearing Kenny G. I was hearing all types of music in my house from growing up. So I just from a young kid, I just had a organic love for music. But when I started writing at 8 years old, it was just a way of me just expressing myself because I am an introverted person. So I just started writing. So I just fell in love with the writing thing. never, never, in a way like, yo, I want to be a rapper at 8 years old. It was just a way for me to express myself and get out whatever emotions and feelings I had at the time. Um, I really didn't make a decision to like really pursue it until I think it was like 18. And after I graduated from high school and I went to the Navy, people used to hit me like freestyle and rap. And it was like, yo, like you ain't trying to pursue that. And I used to always be like, man, you crazy nigga. Like making it rapping is like making it to the NBA. And 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 I just think like after so many people just telling me I need to try it, I just figured, well, I might as well try it since, you know, I've been writing all these years, I might as well just try. And then, my first time jumping in the studio, I think I was like 18 or 19, my first time actually going in the studio, and it was on and popping since then.
What was your first project that you dropped?
Oh, I dropped the demo, man. I think I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, and I put out like a five song little CD at the time. I can't even tell you the name, but I can tell you what my artist name was at that time. My artist name was Little Savage, but Lil, right? So that was
Uh-huh.
my name at the time before there
Mm.
was ever 21 Savage, any of that. Like my rap name was Little Savage, and that was my first CD I put out at the time. And I think I didn't really start doing mixtapes until I came home in like 2003. So when I came home in 2003, and that's when I started working on mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? I was just dropping mixtapes in the hood and shit, and I was passing them out and just doing stuff like that.
But as an artist and as a local artist, are you currently signed with any label right now? Or
Um,
you
I, I
independent?
was I was signed to Kevin Little's label. I don't know if y'all know who Kevin Little is, but the big
Yes.
soca artist, yeah, yeah. So I was signed to him. I signed to him in late 2016, and my contract just ended last year. So right now, if you've been following me a little bit, I started my company last year. I started my company last June when I got back from the BET Awards. I
Like mobile.
yeah,
Mobile.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I launched a Black Mobile company, and, which is not just a label, but it's also, the clothing and the sneaker brand too. So,
Yeah, I saw your gear online. It's tight work. I saw it. It's tight work.
oh man,
Very
thank you.
tight
I
work.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I figured, I learned what I needed to learn from being in a situation with Kevin, and they really gave me a lot of exposure. Um, I went on my first tours. I left the country, him,
No.
and toured, and yeah, bro, like I learned a lot just being around him. So that relationship is still good. It was a good relationship. I just think that now I just have to take it to that next level because there's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like I'm in this space, like I'm in between this space of like I'm like right there at that cusp of really uh getting to that next level with the big dogs. Like I'm like there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just trying to find my way over this hump.
What adversities you think you faced just trying to put out music in Florida? Yeah, I was getting there. I had that.
Good question. That's a
I
good
had to
question,
get there,
boy. That's
bro.
a good question. Boy, you going D, Hakeem, on
No, no,
that one, boy.
yeah,
That's good.
because it reflects to me. That's the reason why I stopped rapping.
Well, the first struggle is just my sound is different. So Miami is not really based on my type of sound. So
100%.
oh, you talking about like fighting to get the respect that I reserve, fighting to be heard, just because I sound different. So when you hear me rap, they automatically think I'm not from here. They automatically like just shun me because of how I rap and how well I rap. You know what I'm saying? So but the other side of that coin is that everywhere outside of Florida, they was gravitating towards the music. But that's well fine and dandy, but you want people in your home base to kind of gravitate towards your music too, because that's where it starts at. You know what I'm saying? So that's one struggle. Another struggle is it's just being heard in general and just learning how to be heard. Um, being unsigned and trying to learn how to market your music because the industry is changing so fast by the day. Like it's changing, things are changing. It's constantly changing. Not just the type of music, but how the business part of it works and everything like that. So just constantly feeding yourself information and just learning on your own how to get your music out there because hip hop is so oversaturated. It seems like everybody wants to rap now. And I remember jumping into it where nobody really wanted to rap. The only ones who were really rapping was the ones who really knew how to rap. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
yeah, it's most definitely challenging because you have to separate yourself and just find your way, man. Like it's no one way to be successful in it. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different ways. You just gotta find the way that's good for you.
So when you perform on the BET Award, because I know I saw your video online, I know you had that feeling. Like, what was that feeling? Can you describe that feeling? Because some people want to know how is that feeling to be on the BET Award in that stage in that environment. Can you describe it for the
Um,
people?
oh, actually, what happened was right. I didn't get a chance to perform that year, but we went to all the events. I walked the carpet for the first time. Um, just like I grew up watching BET Awards. So as a kid, um, just watching it, I used to imagine myself going to the BET Awards. I used to imagine myself being fresh and walking down that carpet. Um, but my most memorable moment was when we got there and all the artists had to stand at the beginning of the carpet in line and who I was surrounded by, which was so crazy. I had the baby like directly to my left, like he was standing next to me on my left, him and his DJ. I had I had Cash Doll to my right, Black China to my right, Blueface was behind me, Stefflon Don was behind me, and I think Asian Doll came over. Oh, and I had Tiana Taylor too was to my left. Her husband was to my left also. So I had a chance to chop it up and speak to these people, which was so crazy, man. Like, listen, like it was a very surreal moment, um, being in that space and being surrounded by uh those type of people because very few people make it out where we come from, man. Like it ain't too many,
Mm-hmm.
it's not too many people that leave the crib
You can say that again, Pippin. You can
Yeah,
say that
you
again,
can't say it
Pippin.
again, Cash.
You can say
Boy,
that
that's
again,
real.
boy.
That's real.
Trust
Like,
me on that.
listen, man, like it's not too many people that do what I do, that get a chance to leave the crib and actually make it to moments like that. So a lot of times, I have to remind myself because I have such high expectations for myself and such big goals that I'm trying to reach that sometimes I can get lost in just trying to reach that and not really reflect on what I have accomplished. And and when I do sit and think of the things I have thus far, I'm like, yo, I remember being a cat wanting to do these things. So um, anybody that's come out of the city that's on their way to trying to achieve those things, like um, if they do follow me or they do know of me, see that shit is possible. Like it's possible to get to those moments and and to feel those moments, to live out those moments. Um, Walking that blue carpet, bro. Like listen, it was just man, it was most definitely a moment, man. That
Mm.
whole
Nice,
trip, that whole
nice.
trip was definitely a moment. All the people that I met while I was there was definitely a moment. Meeting one of my favorite MCs, the game was most definitely a moment, and having a moment to kind of like pick his brain, even if it was just for like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And meeting him, meeting some other guys, man, like it was just a very great experience for me, man. A dream come true, actually.
Let me ask you a
Nice.
question. Do you think, and I'm gonna go back to Kevin Little. Do you think do you think you faced the same situation with Kevin that Ghost Rider did with Po' Boy Entertainment? Like,
Oh,
because let me try to rephrase that. Because personally, I felt that Po' Boy didn't know how to market Ghost Rider.
yeah. Listen. Okay, so my situation was Kevin Little with his label. He wanted to branch off and he wanted to widen the genres for his label. So he was looking for artists in other genres. You know what I'm saying? And through a very good friend that was working with Kevin Little at the time. His name is Aubrey. He's the one who kind of brought my music to Kevin, and they loved it. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to Kevin, they were in the process of really just, getting their feet wet because they didn't really know too much about how hip hop worked. You know what I'm saying? Or how the rap genre worked. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't know that it's a aggressive market. You know what I'm saying? And it really takes a lot. So um, they were learning at as they were going. Um, I can't really speak on too much of Ghost's situation with Po' Boy, but I mean, hey, he was signed to a hip hop label at that point, and who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody really knows the insides of why it didn't work or whatever. But I think nothing happens by chance or coincidence.
Yeah.
I just feel like that was a situation for him to, and that he needed at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like even though it didn't get him to where he wanted to be at that time, but I think it was a situation for him to learn. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa for mine too. In my situation, like it was a situation for me to learn from. So that's how I kind of look at it.
Okay. Now,
What is Miami artists lacking? Because it's like every artist that we bring on the podcast, they always say that it's kind of hard for Miami artists to come up in Miami. So what is it? Is it the lack of support? Is it financial reason? Like what is it to you,
Um,
Cash?
it's a lot of perspectives you can look at it from. So let's just look at it from a music industry standpoint. Labels really don't come down to Miami to look for new talent and to sign the next, the next star. Like they don't come to Miami to, do business, spend money, and vacate. And look at women. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they come down here for. Nobody really comes to Miami to look for the next big star or the next whoever. Like they don't come down here for that. As far as within the city, like I said on 99 Jams last year, man, we just lack unity. We are so divided.
I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, we lack unity. You know what I'm saying? We really lack that. We lack that, and as we have seen within the past year or so, you know, we've seen 99 Jams and 103.5. They going back and forth, and it's really not good for the city because it forces people to choose sides when we really shouldn't have to.
It, yeah, it's been like that for years, especially when Khaled was running this stuff. He stopped a lot of dudes' music from being played. Now I just want to hone in on something that you made. You mentioned a statement on 99 Jam when you mentioned some names like, and one thing I want to big you up, bro, because I see you got a track with YD. Underrated, my nigga. Underrated.
Yeah.
No, and I don't know why people don't fuck with him. Underrated. Overtown, real Overtown nigga. Real Overtown.
Facts.
I know his peoples.
Facts.
YD is authentic. He's authentic.
Yeah.
Humble.
Facts.
His energy is good, and he is extremely talented. Listen, man. Listen. I am big on my respect for other artists, craft, and how they perfect their craft. Right. So I'm one of the people you can call I am a rapper's rapper. Like I'm a student of the game. I love hip hop. So outside of me being an artist, I listen to YD, I listen to Ghost, I listen to King Hoodie. I'll go and I listen to T-Row, I listen to Flow Kid. I listen to these guys, and we have a lot of talent here, man. Like I don't understand why the city don't dig these guys up enough as they should, because I think they should.
You're right, but here's another thing I want to ask you. Now, this been going on as when I started rapping. You can start to see it even now, even more prevalent. A lot of these guys get into their little cliques, and they don't work with other rappers. Like, and mind you, me being Haitian, I can automatically say this because Flow Kid and them is Haitian, Moon Man and all them, Kiddo Marv. I noticed they don't mess with dudes from across the bridge. Now,
no, they do not.
They don't mess with dudes from across the bridge, and you know, you got cats like Wavy Pooh, who just got signed to Quality Control. You got cats like YD and you know Bushy B.
Yeah. I know Bushy B.
Another underrated person. Major 9 and stuff like that. So I wonder, why do you think that it's so hard for us to work with each other, as far as just that, and even with the Hispanic guys, because you know them boys is doing their thing over there.
Yeah, hey, listen, man. Let me tell you something. Like I was having a conversation the other day, and I was like, man, just based off my experiences and reaching out to different artists, because if it's somebody I want to work with, I don't wait on them to initiate it. If I want to work with you, I want to work with you. I'll extend the hand to want to work. So it's a lot of artists, man, that I reached out to work on multiple occasions, and you know, they just never got back to me. So I don't know if it's me or what. I'm like, yo, I try to show love to everybody, and I try to extend my hand to work with those that I feel like are really dope artists to me and that I would love to make music with.
It's not you. It's that prima donna shit these niggas is on here.
It is, and
it's that prima donna shit, my nigga.
It is.
And I'm gonna keep it 100.
And mind you see his music is fire.
No, fire is not the word. I want to mention Buddy name, but I don't want to feel like I'm hating on. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, don't.
All right then, because it's a dude. Yeah, I don't even want to mention Buddy name because he's from my block.
Describe him though. But he's
from my block. We grew up with him, and
yeah.
And did also is another question I want to ask you too. Why do you think? Because you mentioned something good. First and foremost, Miami doesn't have a platform. We never did.
Yeah.
You know, because compared to Atlanta has an infrastructure where they break artists.
Right.
Miami never had one. So never had one. So here's the funny thing about this: people like Ross, people like the only people, with the exception of Luke and Touche and Ted Lucas, Slip and Slide Records. These are the only two labels who broke Miami artists. Point blank.
Right.
Period. Now,
Right.
fast forward to now. Here's my question: why do you think the rappers that we have now that are blowing up, and I want to mention these girls' names, City Girls and all these, who come from that Trina branch? They don't want to admit it. They want to act like it's nothing. They sound like Trina. Their cadences are from Trina. Why do you think that these people don't come back and sign artists from the crib or work with artists?
Yo, like, listen, like, what I did hear one thing from an industry insider, and they said that you know, that Miami artists are hard to work with and they're difficult. So it makes a lot of, people shy away from that. But I used to wonder all the time too. I used to be like, yo, how come, we can't say Ross didn't do it because Ross had triple C's and then Ross signed some other people that
No,
was
no, those are his homies.
his
That's
homies.
different. Yeah, those are his homies.
Outside of that, I don't understand because we have talent here. So I mean, I be trying to figure it out, and I don't get it. We got Khaled, and I don't understand why Khaled hasn't done it. But I do gotta give them, that's what they do. They sign talent from here. Big Chuck and Po Boy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I give them respect, but you see the thing, Chuck and them are a management company, and they don't really. For some reason, the only artist they ever blew was Flow Rider. They've been having a hard time after that. They couldn't do nothing with Brianna. They had got Brianna to Atlantic, but same thing what you said. You see, your voice, the type of music you do is different here. It's different compared to what they might want to listen to as like a Kodak. So Brianna never really bubbled here like that.
Right.
And it's just a very unfortunate situation.
No, but it's a sad thing because Miami, the pandemic in Miami is like freaking like what, 4 million? So out of that 4 million to get one artist, if they can support half of that, people can support one artist, they can hit big time. You see what I'm saying? So Miami has the power economically. It's just they don't want to know how to use it.
Yo, Cash, I don't know if you remember, Trick Daddy went platinum strictly on Florida. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
So it's not a hard situation. Another thing I want to know from you, do you think that the way Florida is and the way the music is, do you think it ever make you feel like you're compromising your sound, where you might have to try to make a track similar to what maybe like a lot of these guys here are trying to do, like Kodak or Polo the Dance?
Good point.
So, bro, I'm so comfortable in my space as an artist. I'll never reach just for the sake of whatever's popular or whatever is going on at the time. I think I've been around enough to know that eventually my time will come around to where people just gravitate towards my sound, which is I'm getting close to that point now, where people just are accepting the fact that, hey, man, like this nigga make some good ass music and he got good content. He ain't just talking a whole lot of bullshit. He talking about some real shit, and he creative with them bars. So, but it is a struggle at times because you're like, yo, what should you do? Should you give in? Should you go and dumb down yourself to try to fit in, or do you stay in your lane and you be original and you just stick with your sound until your time comes? Because that's the choice you got to make. And I just think that South Florida is one of those places where, I don't know, they just used to a certain type of sound. But I've always been telling people for the longest, ever since Rick Ross took off, I've been telling people, I say, listen, Rick Ross has set the standard. In order for Miami to really get to the level of Atlanta and Cali, like, yo, and the next person that gets to a Ross level is not going to be what Miami is used to. It's going to be somebody like a J. Cole or Kanye or like that, because we haven't had that yet.
Wow. No, you're right. I definitely believe you. Now,
He's right.
now let me ask you a question. First, just 2-part question. Who is? I've seen you work with this artist on a numerous of time on your project. Who is I Love Mimi? And do you got anybody signed to Black?
Yo,
Black?
that's my wife.
Huh?
I, yeah, I love me, man. That's my wife, man. That's my wife, and
Oh,
she's
okay.
Oh, congrats.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
man. That's my wife.
congratulations, man. Cause I see you
Yeah.
got a lot of projects. Where I see she got a lot. You see, I do my research.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
man.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. She's dope. Yo, listen, let me tell you
She's
something.
fire. She's fire.
My wife is dope, and I tell her all the time, like, she don't write her stuff down. Like, she writes it without writing it down. I'm like, yo, there ain't
Uh-huh.
too many
Oh
singers that
wow.
do that. Just write it in their mind and they remember it a week later and then record it. Like, that's crazy. But like she is a partner with me on my company,
Nice.
and I mean, she basically helps me run the company. I don't know if she wants to sign to the company as an artist or whatnot, but she's helping me. She's helping me run the company, man. She's helping me with the clothing and whatnot. Um, and her music is phenomenal, man.
Oh my God. I figured something was up because I could tell the chemistry you and have with her on the track. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
they got a couple records together. I'm like, this is fire.
yeah,
So I was just wondering, like, who was she? Like, is she your artist or something? Because it seemed like the way you and her was on the record together, like
yeah,
like I've been doing it for a while.
yeah. Like, man, listen, man. I ain't really told nobody this, but she pretty much helped me expand my writing, like, because she's a singer, so she kind of helped me with more with being melodic and writing singing records. Like, I done help her write a pop record before or R&B record. So she really helped me really expand my pen outside of rap. You know what I'm saying? Um, which in return helped my songwriting. So my songwriting is really, 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 really good in part due to her. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But yeah, man, like, she's phenomenal, man. And she's also featured on my new single, the Black Mobile single too. You know what I'm saying? Along with Mayor.
Yeah, yeah, which is a fire record. Fire
It is.
record.
It's a fire. It's fire. But and I was gonna ask him too. During this digital age that we're living in, do you feel like you need a record label anymore? Because now everything is through streaming.
Um, I think you do, but you don't need them as much as you did
Mm.
before. Like, see, back then we needed them for everything, but now we don't need them for much, right? So,
Uh huh.
so if you're an artist that really doesn't have a big budget or a marketing team or stuff like that, then that's something that you would need from a label to kind of put a budget behind you and to market and promote you, right? Um, I think we're in a space with everything being digital and having all of these tools at our disposal as artists to put our music out and things like that. It really gives us some leverage, but we still have to know the business side of everything. I think it's very important to own what you create. So owning your masters is important. Um, owning your publishing is important when you're thinking long term. Um,
Right.
but we have to put ourselves in different situations. Like, it's guys that really want to do this, and we come from nothing. So if they get an opportunity, right, and somebody is offering them 500K, 800K, and they coming from nothing, I can kind of understand the thought process of them jumping at it. But I just want artists to understand, like, hey, if a label is willing to offer you 100K, how much more else are they willing to offer you? And just understand your value as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
And also know the different types of deals that you can bring up, that you can bargain for. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other options. Like, we don't have this thing they try to give to us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just do your homework. You know what I'm saying? Study this game. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you know, the better situations you'll put yourself in.
Definitely.
Yes,
Tell me
sir.
any
Definitely.
negative aspects of the music game that you probably went through.
Oh man.
We getting there, Cash. We getting there.
Yeah, he is. He hit you with the stomach.
It's this business, man, the business side of it is very tricky. The struggle is figuring out who's really for you and who's not for you. And it's so many different things, man. My journey hasn't been a cakewalk, but I wouldn't change any of it because I really learned a lot along the way. It's just so many different things you got to deal with. You got to deal with stuff, the professional people. Then you got to make sure that the people that's on your team is really for you and ain't going to steal from you or ain't going to put you in a compromising position. You know what I'm saying? And then outside of those things, then you got to worry about the jealousy and the envy and being in situations like that. You know what I'm saying? That I done been in. Just a lot of stuff you got to deal with, man, when you're an artist. And you just got to figure out how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? And even that in itself is a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? Just figuring out how to maneuver through the music business, how to maneuver when you're moving around, who to be around and who not to be around, where to go and where not to go. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta bring my gun with me somewhere, then 99.99% I just shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like a quotable right there.
Oh, it is.
Bring your gun with you that you know that ain't a good situation.
Yeah,
You know
Ain't a
what I'm
good
saying?
situation.
So Cash, what would you tell your 17-year-old self if you had an opportunity
Oh man,
on this journey? You
listen,
going?
if I could go back and I could tell my 17, 18-year-old self, I would tell him, yo, start businesses now. Start the label now, start the business now. Everything that you're interested in, start it now. I wish somebody would have told me that I could have started it back then. I could have did it because by now I probably would have been a multi-millionaire. But I wish somebody would have told me that I had the tools to do it. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I would have most definitely told myself, my 17-year-old self, like, yo, start your own businesses, start your own company, start it while you're young. Invest in yourself, invest in a company while you're young. Do it young, because by the time you get to 30, you're gonna be straight.
See, he make a good point, Hakeem, because most of the time, especially in our community, we not taught that education of you have to prepare now. We taught later when we 40 years old. We like crap. When you wake up, like damn, I got this bill to pay. That if we would have got that when we was like younger, it would have
Oh
been much
man,
easier in our life,
no,
easier for both of us and all of us on this panel.
no, definitely. I can attest to that. When I started rapping, I thought getting the deal was the only thing to get, and you know what I mean, and that led me into the wrong thing.
Right.
Wow.
Exactly. 'Cause listen, man, like nobody was telling us that hey, that you can start your own thing or you can do this and you can do this and this is how much it costs. Like nobody was giving us that type of information. You know what I'm saying? Like so now that we in a digital age, information is so accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at your fingertips now. So
Yeah.
it's
Preach.
man,
Yep.
so it's so easy to come across information and to apply it. But when we was coming up, that information wasn't given to us like that.
No, we didn't have Google. I still had to
We didn't have.
press my on CDs. That's how I used to do it.
Right. That's how I did it.
Yeah.
Hey man, we was pressing up CDs and writing on them, man, creating our
Yep.
own cover arts and then printing them through the printer. Like like, we was like that. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever felt like at one point in time where you were doing your music that did you ever felt like you was forced to have to leave Miami to go like get on like to get stuff popping? Because you know what I mean. I left Miami at 19 to go get a deal in New York, and
Yeah.
and this one thing that people don't people don't know, like, there's so many rappers running around in New York who haven't made it, and is doing Uber and Postmates,
Right.
and is trying to make it. So that's one thing I want to know for you. You ever felt like you had to leave Miami to get on?
Of course, I felt like that because people used to tell me that all the time. People used to tell me that all the time, like, Cash, you need to leave. I like, leave. They're like, yeah, man, you need to go somewhere else because, bro, well, you stay here, bro, you ain't gonna make it, bro. You ain't gonna get out, man. And I think a part of me just was like, yo, if I work hard and I just perfect what it is that I do,
Facts.
I'm gonna come across my one opportunity. All you need is one yes.
Facts.
That's all you need is one
Preach.
yes. All you need is one yes. You don't need 10
Preach.
yes. You
Mm-hmm.
need one yes. I went through
Preach.
a million no's and I got to a one yes. That one yes led me to all types of different opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Preach. Yes.
It's just all about you finding that one yes. Because all you need is one yes. And just make sure that that yes is in the right position, gets you in some different places, and you golden.
That's real. That's real now. And I'm gonna ask you, Cash, during this pandemic, what have you been doing for your business? Like, what are you working on? Anything new? Any new project?
Yeah,
Something
man,
that
we're
you're
working on a
building?
new album. We're working on a new album right now. We almost done with the album. Me pushing the Black Mobile single, getting ready to shoot a visual for that. And also, you know, we got the clothing brand, we got the sneaker brand. I've been working with that. So,
Where can we cop that, my G?
oh man, you go on the online store, you go to blackmogulecollection.com.
Okay.
Everything is up there, man. We got everything from hats to sneakers, all the way down.
Your visuals are crazy. Them shits is fly. I'm talking about your visuals are crazy. You know what I mean? Especially the socks, the OG socks with the.
Yeah,
And I was like, I said, those are fire.
yeah, man,
Fire.
yeah. Hey, listen, and I designed everything myself. Everything on the site for men and women, I designed it.
Mm.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, just go to blackmugglecollection.com. Go on there, you can place your order. And we working, bro. We working.
No, definitely, man. We definitely got to support, man. You know, what I mean, my last question is this, man. What advice would you give any artists coming up in Miami, like as far as just, you know, what I mean, who considering about adventuring this music game?
Um, I have two. Well, no, I have three. Three. Number one, believe in yourself. Number two, educate yourself. And
Mm.
and number three, be a student. Those three things will take you far.
You said a
Facts.
mouthful there, though. You
He
said a
did.
mouthful
He
there.
did. He did.
You-
That was powerful.
Yeah, you said a mouthful there. You see, I'm even you got to ask him because I got a cheat question after that. Because I don't know if anybody asked you this. No, because bro, I went through your catalog, my G. Your
Yeah.
shit's fire. So, what's your favorite joint out of all the music you ever did? You see, I probably ain't hear nothing, but I'm talking about the joint. I guess I can only speak for the joints that you got up online. What's your favorite joint? Because mine is Air Max 95.
Oh man. Oh, that's a great record.
Nigga.
Um, off the
And luxury
rap.
rap.
Off the luxury rap, it would be yo, I like Dreaming the Stars in the Ceiling. I like If I Could, and I like the yeah man, what's that record? That other record off luxury rap. I think it's called Memories Over You. Yeah. It's called Memories Over You. That one where I sampled the Pete Rock record. That one. But I'm just gonna let you know, this new album, by far, none of my old music is touching the new. The new album is way so far ahead of the rest of my catalog. It's like I really took my time with it, man, and sonically it just sounds big. Just sounds big, man. I can't wait for y'all to hear it. But I dropped Black Mogul and Can't Break Me Down first. just so you can see my direction, content-wise, and the production and where I was going. Because the production on the album is so big, you know what I'm saying? I got some really big sounding records, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I can't wait for y'all to get this new album, man. This new album ain't nothing to play with.
Nice, because number one on this platform here, we support local artists. That's all we do is support local artists and everything. You know, and not only that, Cass, how can people follow you? Where they need to follow you at? Like, drop the links. Let us know. Like, where can we hit you up at?
Man, you can catch me on Instagram at IamCash, which is IamCashe. Facebook, IamCash. If you want to follow the Black Mogul pages, on Instagram it's Black Mogul University. On Facebook, Black Mogul University as well. If you got Twitter still, you can follow me on Twitter at _IamCash. That's how you can find me.
No, definitely, man.
I can't any follow-up question.
Yeah, ask all the questions you want, man.
Exactly. I keep trying to go in.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, you done answered a lot, though, man. I think it's just I think you just said what it means to be an authentic artist, man, and that's the thing that I see from you that like from a lot of other guys that I've came across to. And my next question, like Miami Beat Wave.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Miami Beat Wave. The joints you doing with him on another level, and it's like, is he producing majority on a new project?
I think he got like 3 or 4 records on there. I think he got like 3 or 4 records on the album. I got my cousin Castro Beats, which if you go do your homework on him, he's the one who produced the City Girls record, period, off their last album.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man, he done produced Scarface, a lot of people, and that's my actual cousin. I got him, he got like 3 records on the album. And I got some other guys on there too that produced on the album. Well,
any major features?
Besides I got YD on there, Mayor, a wife on there. I got Sassy Sings on there. I got this new singer guy on there. His name is Jonathan. I got him. Yeah. I was supposed to have a record with Zoe, but I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Yeah, man, but that's about it, man. Look, I don't really have a lot of features on there. Like I know on Luxury Rap, I had a lot of rap features, but on this one, I don't really have that many rap features. Oh, and I got my brother T-Ro on there. We got a record called God's Talking, which is crazy. Crazy record. That's on the album. Me and Mayor got another record together called Sloppy, which is on my album, and it's gonna be his project as well. Yeah, man. Bro, the music is phenomenal. I got some great artists on there so far. I don't know if you're gonna add anybody extra, but so far we good.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. We're gonna look out I need all your links so we can promote my homeboy IamCash. You know what I mean? And I love to hear this, man. You know, because I fuck with hip hop. That's my thing. So your music is really what I mainly listen to. You know what I mean? Because I'm a big J. Cole fan. So it's like when I heard Luxury Rap and I heard, you know what I mean, and the Black Mobile scene, when I'm like, yeah, this guy's on another level. You know, I think musically you have the potential to bubble, but as far as like compared to a lot of artists who comes out, they're not as creative enough to longevity. And no disrespect to Pump, but look what Pump did.
Right. Yeah. Right. Hey, listen. I know if guys like Pump and Kodak and these other guys, you know what I'm saying? Like they have their own lanes, but listen, like as far as longevity is concerned, I'm like, listen, if I get my foot in the door, I'm pretty much there. I know I can last another 10, 20 years just off music. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And I believe it. So hearing your shit.
And and I pride myself on making music that just lasts. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I pride myself on creating music, the bodies of work that if it comes out today, you'll be able to bump six months from now or a year from now, 2 years from now, and it's still relevant because the content is just real life content. You know, and life never goes out of style. So, you know what I'm saying? I just pride myself on creating music that can last a very long time.
Could we see a Ghostwriter and Cash record?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yo, listen.
Yeah.
Cause like we need
I've
to
been
dig
trying
him
to
out the crates, man. Like he don't even
Of
have no
course,
social
Hakeem.
media.
No. He on social media, man. What you talking about, man? He just dropped a new single called Huddle. Yeah, man. He on social media.
I be looking for these guys. You know how long I was looking for Ghostwriter? He had went ghost for a little minute.
Yo, listen, man. Go follow him on Instagram and Facebook, man. He just dropped a new record called Huddle. Cause he got a album coming out and he's working, man. We both working, man. Hopefully soon, man. Y'all get listen, man. Like I ain't even gonna front, and this is not like the boast, but I think me and Gold are probably like that's like a Jay-Z and Nas doing a record together. Like we are like Jay-Z and Nas of South Florida. Of
I'm
like, but that's how I look at it. Or we're
I'm
like the J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar
I wouldn't
of South Florida.
I wouldn't say that's far fetched. I'm just saying I listen to music. I have an unbiased ear. I don't hear nobody else rapping like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect to anybody. That you see, I'm even say my man's name. That's no disrespect to Zoe either. He's not rapping like that. He's not.
It's only certain people with that unique
Yeah,
style.
yeah.
Not
He's from,
everybody
you
have
know what I mean.
that type of style
And you
like
know,
Cash.
Zoe's from my block, and you know
Right.
what I mean.
He's from my
he's
block.
from
Yeah,
my
born and
hood.
raised.
You know what I mean. So, but he's not even rapping like that.
Right.
Hey.
Hey.
So
What's up?
See, that's the reason, Cash, you're working hard. You're working hard for your son. You get what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's what we on. You feel me?
I love that, man.
Facts.
And I see on your social media I see you big on fatherhood because I see you had a post there where you was just shouting out all the fathers. You know what I mean? So I know that's big for you. Is there a reason? Is that
Hey man, like ain't nothing better than being a father, man. Ain't nothing better than because I got 3 sons, man. I got 3 sons.
Man, congratulations, man. That's a beautiful thing to hear, brother.
That is a beautiful thing because we over here we preach fatherhood.
We
That's
preach
all we
fatherhood
preach,
and we preach fatherhood and we preach for men to get married.
Facts. Facts.
That's what we on.
Hey, listen, man. It's a great thing, man, to be a husband and to be a father and to raise your sons the right way and just show them the right way to go, man. Like it's ain't nothing like it. So I want to promote that because to be honest, like hip hop never really promoted fatherhood.
100%. I can agree with you.
100%. He's right. You know, he's right on that. They don't promote that at all.
We never really promoted fatherhood until like lately. Now you see all the OGs that's married and have children. They promote it. So now we got these older heads, you know, like Jay and Kanye and guys like that. You know, they promoting this fatherhood and they're married. So now it's a thing now. But growing up, you know, like hip hop never really promoted that. You know what I'm saying? So now we talking about power couples and couple goals now and all of this different stuff, man. So I think it's good. I just think we just need to promote it more and stuff like that. But yeah.
Man, that's good, man.
No, that's deep.
Man, you like my inspiration. And not only that, Hakeem, he's also a spiritual guy as well. He reads the Bible.
You a man of the cloth?
He's the man of the God. He man of God.
Let me find out, brother.
Yeah. He be on the Bible heavy, boy. He be preaching, boy.
Cause you know here we men of the cloth here. We about gunning niggas down about this Bible here too, bro.
Fact. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for the glory of God. That is facts.
Man, with that being said, then I'm your biggest supporter. just off of that. Just off of that. Not even the music. I love your music, but with that being said, I'm your biggest supporter. That's all I gotta hear.
You get what I'm saying?
God, that's all I gotta hear there. I don't even gotta know nothing else. If a nigga talk shit about you tomorrow, them niggas, I'm on that nigga top. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But shit, brother, hey man, this has been a very enlightening conversation. I'm happy I had a chance to get to talk to you, brother, because it's a rarity you ever meet somebody with a beautiful soul like you, brother.
Oh man, thank y'all, man. Hey man, I just appreciate every opportunity that comes my way, man. So thank y'all for having me up on your show, and just deeming me somebody to even want to interview in the first place.
Oh no, definitely, you are somebody.
No, definitely.
I could see you being somebody major later on. So this, I'm gonna have this interview hostage, but niggas. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be able to tell the nigga, boy, I had that nigga before he was cash. Not I had him when he was cash, but cash. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So definitely, boy, and with this boy, Chaos Culture Radio, and we out.
Peace.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.